Is our universe just one chapter in an endless cosmic story? A jaw-dropping discovery from the James Webb Space Telescope is flipping everything we thought we knew about the universe on its head. Astronomers have just spotted a galaxy so bizarre and so far away, it's shaking up our entire understanding of how the universe may have started. Instead of backing up the classic Big Bang theory, this new evidence is hinting at something way more mysterious, something that could change the way we see reality itself. Could it be that our universe didn't begin the way we always believed? What if it's part of a much bigger, deeper cosmic puzzle we've only just begun to uncover? Stick around. We're about to dive into what might be the most mind-blowing revelation in modern astronomy. But before we jump in, do us a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the wild discoveries coming your way. One of the boldest minds behind this mind-blowing idea is none other than Sir Roger Penrose, a Nobel Prize winning physicist who believes the universe doesn't just begin and end. Instead, he says it recycles itself in endless cycles of death and rebirth. Even wilder, he claims to have found clues, possibly leftovers from a previous universe, still floating in our skies today. In today's deep space dive, we're unpacking some of the most jaw-dropping revelations from the James Webb Space Telescope and exploring the eye-opening possibility that some of the stars we see might actually be ancient relics from a universe that existed before ours. When Webb pointed its ultra-powerful lens near the Big Dipper, it spotted something incredible: faint, mysterious lights that had been traveling through space for more than 13 billion years. These lights came from galaxies that formed just 500 million years after the Big Bang. But here's the twist. They were huge, almost as massive as our own Milky Way. According to everything we thought we knew about the early universe, that kind of growth just shouldn't have happened. Not that fast. Scientists are now asking the question, have we been wrong about how the universe actually began? By our current theories, the early universe simply didn't have enough regular matter to build monsters like this. Yet here they are, so impossibly massive that astronomers have nicknamed them universe breakers. And they're not just rare anomalies. Webb keeps finding more of them, popping up just a few 100 million years after the supposed Big Bang. But it gets even stranger. These findings aren't just rewriting what we thought we knew about galaxy formation. They're challenging something even bigger: the expansion of the universe itself. For years, scientists have used something called the Hubble constant to describe how fast space is stretching. Theoretical models say it should be expanding at about 67 kilometers per second per megaparsec, but actual observations, from exploding stars to red giants and pulsars, give us a faster rate, around 73 kilometers per second. That gap shouldn't exist, yet it does. And now, with Webb's latest observations, the mystery isn't shrinking, it's growing. So what gives? Some scientists are now exploring a truly radical idea. What if our universe is actually merging with other universes? Think about it. What if the Big Bang wasn't just some random burst of energy, but a collision event? Our universe being absorbed into a much bigger parent universe. To test this mind-bending possibility, researchers built new mathematical models to simulate what might happen when universes overlap. The results? Shockingly compelling. These models suggest that what we call cosmic expansion might really be the stretching and blending of different universe bubbles within a vast multiverse. In other words, the universe we know could be just a tiny fragment of something unimaginably larger. And here's the kicker: when scientists ran the numbers under this multiverse interaction theory, they matched real-world observations better than our standard model ever has. What started as a fringe theory is now becoming a serious contender. The discoveries pouring in from the James Webb Space Telescope aren't just tweaking a few scientific ideas, they're shaking the very core of how we understand space, time, and reality itself. More and more top scientists are saying the unthinkable out loud. We don't fully understand the universe. There could be hidden forces or unknown physics shaping reality in ways we've never even imagined. Let's rewind to the very beginning, before the first stars lit up the cosmos. Back then, the universe was a dark, murky place, filled with thick clouds of neutral hydrogen. It was like a cosmic fog, dense, cold, and totally light-blocking. Nothing could shine through it. But everything changed when the first stars ignited. These early stars blasted out powerful ultraviolet radiation, slowly burning away the fog and lighting up the universe. This incredible transformation is known as the epoch of reionization, and scientists have long believed it began around 300 million years after the Big Bang. The theory goes like this: the earliest galaxies carved out tiny glowing bubbles in the hydrogen fog, small zones where light could escape, but outside those pockets, darkness. At least, that's what we thought, until the James Webb Space Telescope spotted something that changed everything. Meet Jade's galaxy, GSZ 111, an ancient galaxy glowing bright just 330 million years after the Big Bang. Not only was it visible at a time when the universe should have still been in the dark, it was blasting out intense ultraviolet light far beyond what anyone expected. When astronomers analyzed its light, they found the unmistakable trace of Lyman alpha radiation, a clear sign that hydrogen was being energized. Here's the kicker: this kind of radiation shouldn't have been able to escape at that time. According to every current model, the universe was still full of thick hydrogen gas that should have absorbed or scattered that light completely. So how in the world was this galaxy shining through? Astronomer Joris Wittstock from the University of Cambridge put it simply: this was completely unexpected. Even more shocked was co-author Kevin Heinlein, who said, "We shouldn't have found a galaxy like this at all." And yet, there it is. Their data revealed something astonishing. GSZ 111 had cleared out a bubble of ionized gas 650,000 light-years wide. That's a massive zone where light was able to escape, a feat that, according to everything we thought we knew, should have taken much longer to happen. So now, scientists are staring down two possibilities. Reionization began much earlier than anyone believed. It happened much faster than our models have ever predicted. Or maybe, just maybe, it's something even more radical. Could this be a hint that the universe goes through cycles of destruction and rebirth, just like Sir Roger Penrose has been suggesting all along? But here's where it gets even more intriguing. What if it wasn't just the massive galaxies that reionized the early universe? What if the real heroes of this cosmic awakening were actually smaller, fainter galaxies, the underdogs we've overlooked all along? That alone would flip a major chapter of astronomy on its head. Still, the biggest question remains: what powered this galaxy's incredibly intense UV radiation? Was it a swarm of unusually hot, ultra-bright stars? Or could there have been something even more extreme at play, like a raging black hole at its center, pumping out energy at levels we didn't think were possible this early in time? Whatever the source, one thing is becoming crystal clear: the universe isn't playing by the rules we thought we understood. And if these kinds of discoveries keep showing up, galaxies that shouldn't exist, light escaping where it shouldn't, energy we can't explain, then maybe the issue isn't the data. Maybe the issue is our entire understanding of how the universe began. What if the Big Bang wasn't the beginning at all? What if it was just a passing of the torch, a fiery handoff from a universe that came before ours? If that's the case, we may be standing on the edge of Roger Penrose's boldest theory, a cosmos that never truly started or ended, but has been cycling through epic phases of destruction and rebirth, again and again, forever. The deeper we look, the more the universe seems to be whispering, "You don't know me like you think you do." British physicist and Nobel Prize winner Sir Roger Penrose isn't afraid to challenge everything we thought we knew about the universe. His bold idea: the cosmos isn't a one-time event. It's part of an eternal cycle, a never-ending loop of destruction and rebirth. According to Penrose, what we've always called the Big Bang wasn't the true beginning. Instead, it was more like a cosmic bounce, the end of one universe giving rise to the next. Here's the wild part. In his view, the universe keeps expanding until everything, every star, every particle, decays into pure energy. No mass, no structure, just light. And in that strange, silent state, outside of time and space, a new universe is born, over and over again. But this theory isn't just fascinating, it might actually have evidence behind it. Penrose says the proof could be hiding in plain sight, in the cosmic microwave background, that faint afterglow of radiation, left over from around 380,000 years after the Big Bang, still echoing across the universe today. When Penrose and his team examined satellite data from Planck and WMAP, they noticed something strange: mysterious circular patterns, hotspots that didn't quite match the usual fluctuations in the CMB. These weren't just random blips. They were too specific, too consistent. He calls them Hawking points. Here's the idea. At the end of each universe, supermassive black holes slowly evaporate, releasing energy through a process known as Hawking radiation, named after the legendary Stephen Hawking. That energy doesn't vanish. Instead, it carries forward into the next universe. In that new universe, Penrose says, these leftover photons reappear as faint, glowing disks in the sky, cosmic fingerprints from before our own Big Bang. According to his calculations, they'd show up about the size of the full moon, and sure enough, that's exactly what he found. Of course, not everyone's convinced. Some scientists argue these circles might just be statistical noise or coincidence. But Penrose isn't backing down. He reminds us, black holes themselves were once considered far-fetched, and now they're one of the most accepted realities in physics. So, could we really be seeing imprints from a universe before ours? Are we living in just one chapter of an endless cosmic saga? If questions like that blow your mind too, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of space fans. We've got plenty more universe-shaking discoveries coming your way. So stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.